Welcome back, students. So today we are going to continue with the remaining part of our chapter, which is the summer of the beautiful white horse. Okay, so till now you know that Murad and Aram, they went for a horse ride. It was early in the morning, okay, and then Murad says to Aram that he wants to ride alone. So Aram gets off the horse and Murad goes for the ride. Now after that, the sun was coming up. Now it's my turn to ride, I said. My cousin Murad got off the horse. Ride, he said. I leaped to the back of the horse and for a moment knew the most awful fear imaginable. The horse did not move. Now, after Murad, it was Aram's turn to ride on the horse alone. Okay. Now he tells his cousin Murad to get off the horse because I want to ride it alone also. Okay. And then Murad gets off the horse and then Aram rides the horse. And now Aram did not know how to ride a horse. So it was a fearful thing for him. Okay, he was frightened, he was fearful because he did not know how to make the horse move. So the horse did not move also, it stood still and he did not know how to ride the horse. Okay, so it was a fearful thing for whom? For Aram. Kick into his muscles, my cousin Murad said. What are you waiting for? We've got to take him back before everybody in the world is up and about. Now his cousin Murad tells Aram that, what are you doing? You just have to kick into the horse muscle so that it moves, okay? And you have to do it quickly. Why? Because we have to take this horse back from where I got it before everybody got up, okay? Wakes up, before everybody wakes up. Because it was early in the morning, so before everybody wakes up, he wanted to take that horse back from where he got it. Okay, so I kicked into the muscles of the horse. Once again it reared and snorted. Then it began to run. I did not know what to do. Instead of running across the field to the irrigation ditch, the horse ran down the road to the vineyard of Dikran Halabian, where it began to leap over vines. The horse leaped over 7 vines before I fell. Then it continued running. Now, Aram did not know how to ride a horse. So what did he do? As told by Murad, he kicked the horse and then it moved. The horse moved, but then it started running very fast. Okay, and Murad knew how to ride a horse, so that is why he could control it, and he took into the fields and he made the horse jump also and all of that. Okay, now because Aram did not know how to ride a horse, he could not control the horse, and then the horse started running very fast. Okay, and then instead of going into the irrigation ditches, it started going into vineyards. Okay, and it crossed the vineyard of this farmer called Dikran Halabian. Okay, and it started running very fast. That once what happened? Aram fell off the horse, and when he fell off the horse did not stop. It started running still. Okay, so my cousin Murad came running down the road. I am not worried about you, he shouted. We've got to get that horse. You go this way, I'll go this way. If you come upon him, be kindly, I'll be near. Okay, now what happened when Aram fell off the horse? Obviously Murad came to see him, and when he came near Aram, Murad was not worried if Aram was okay, if he got hit or something. Okay, but he was worried that where did the horse run, because he had to get the horse and he had to give in to the back to the place from where he got it. Okay, so that is why he was worried about the horse, and he tells Aram also that I'm not worried about you, I'm worried about the horse. Why? Because we have to find him and we have to take him to the place where I got it from. Okay, so he says that you go this way, I'll go this way, and if you find him, just call me, I'll come and we will manage that. Okay, so I continued down the road and my cousin Murad went across the field towards the irrigation ditch. It took him half an hour to find the horse and bring him back. All right, he said, jump on. The whole wide world is awake now. What will we do? I said. Well, he said, we'll either take him back or hide him until tomorrow morning. Now, for half an hour, they kept searching for the horse, and after half an hour, who found it? Murad found the horse, and he took that horse, and then they were again discussing that now it's already like sun has risen, so everybody is awake. We cannot give the horse back now. Why? Because everyone will get to know that we have stolen it, and then that won't be a good thing. So they decide what to do, and then he says that we will have to keep this horse for today again. Okay, and then he says, he didn't sound worried, and I knew he would hide him or not take him back. Not for a while at any rate. Now Aram says that he knew his cousin Murad, so he also knew that he was not going to take the horse back now because he did not want to let everyone know about the horse. Okay, and now he also knew that Murad is a crazy and very as a person he is. He knew, Aram knew, so that is why he says that I also knew that he will find a place to hide the horse. Okay, where will we hide him? I said. I know a place, he said. How long ago did you steal this horse? I said. It suddenly dawned on me that he had been taking these early morning rides for some time and had come for me this morning only because he knew how much I longed for ride. Okay, now he says that where are we going to hide this horse now? And then Murad says that yes, you don't worry about it because I know of a place to hide the horse. Okay, and then suddenly a thought comes across Aram's mind that maybe this Murad has been taking these rides, early morning rides, since a very long time. Okay, so maybe he had stolen this horse a very long time ago and he had been practicing riding the horse from a very long time, and today he came to me because he knew that how crazy I was for a horse ride. Okay, only because he's my cousin and only because he knew how crazy I am for horse rides and how it was a dream for me to ride a horse since my childhood. So that is why that thought comes across his mind that maybe like Murad has been doing this since very long, and for today only he has come to me. Okay, and he asks his cousin Murad also that how long has it been that you have stolen this horse? Okay, who said anything about stealing a horse? He said. Anyhow, I said, how long ago did you begin riding every morning? Not until this morning, he said. Are you telling the truth? I said. Now he asks his cousin Murad that how long has it been that you have stolen this horse? And then his cousin Murad says that किसने कहा कोई चोरी की है. Okay, and then again Aram says that okay, forget about stealing, just tell me for how long have you been riding this horse. Okay, and then he says that Murad says just from this morning only. Okay, so this is my first morning only that I'm riding this horse. And then Aram again asks him that are you telling me the truth? Okay, of course not, he said, but if we are found out, that's what you are to say. I don't want both of us to be liars. All you know is that we started riding this morning. Yes, I'm not telling you the truth, and if anyone else asks you about this horse or the morning ride, you are also going to say that this is our first morning for the horse ride. Okay, because I don't want people to know that we are liars. Okay, so alright, I said, and then Aram also agrees with him. He walked the horse quietly to the barn of the deserted vineyard, which at one time had been the pride of a farmer named Fitzjuvian. And there were some oats and dry alfalfa in the barn. Now both of them were talking and they were finding a place to hide the horse. So they get to a barn. What is a barn? Barn is a place where you keep your animals, okay? So that was deserted. Deserted means something which was not in use, okay? No one was using it. It was just left without any animals, or there wasn't any animals, there wasn't any farmers to look after that place, okay? So they get to such a place and there they find food for the horse also. And what are the foods? They found some oats, okay, and some alfalfa, dry alfalfa. Alfalfa is a grass that grows, which is a fodder for the animals, okay. It grows in Ladakh also. It is called all in our local language. And when we dry it, when we tie it, and then we also like give it to our animals, we call it chumpo, okay. So this is the alfalfa, and this was there in that barn. And now they thought that this is the perfect place for the horse to hide, because there was food also, there was water also for the horse. We began walking home. Now they started going back home. It wasn't easy, he said, to get the horse to behave so nicely. At first it wanted to run wild, but as I have told you, I have a way with a horse. I can get it to what I want to do. Anything I want to do it. Horses understand me. So now Murad says that it was not an easy thing for even for me in the beginning to ride the horse just directly and so well. I just got used to it gradually, and you will also learn how to horse ride soon, okay, when you will do it more often. So Aram, being curious, he asked that how do you do it? Then Murad says, I have an understanding with the horse. I know how to do it. How should I like make the horse move? So I understand that, and that is why I'm able to ride it more well. So yes, but what sort of an understanding? Now from here you can understand that Aram is very curious. He says that what kind of understanding do you have between the horse and you? Even I also want to learn that, because you know that I'm very crazy about horse riding, and this has been a dream for me. So even me, I want to know. Okay. Then Murad says, well, I said I wish a simple and honest one, he said. Well, I said, I wish I knew how to reach an understanding like that with a horse. Now, Murad says that it's just a simple understanding and an honest understanding that we have between us, because of which I'm able to ride it. Okay. And now Aram says that I also wish that I had such an understanding with the horse so that I could also ride it well. Okay. Then Murad says, you're still a small boy, he said. When you get to be 13, you'll know how to do it. Because you're young now, you're younger than me. So when you reach my age, that is when you reach your age 13, you will also get to know how to ride a horse. Okay. So after that, they goes back home and they have breakfast. I went home and ate a hearty breakfast. That afternoon, my uncle Khosrow came to our house for coffee and cigarettes. He sat in the parlor sipping and smoking and remembering the old country. Then another visitor arrived, a farmer named John Byro, an Assyrian who, out of loneliness, had learned how to speak Armenian. My mother brought the lonely visitor coffee and tobacco, and he rolled a cigarette and sipped and smoked. And then at last, sighing sadly, he said, my white horse, which was stolen last month, is still gone. I cannot understand it. Now, after having the breakfast, he was sitting at his home. And that afternoon, by afternoon, his uncle, whose name was Khosrow, who was a crazy person, okay, in their tribe. So, Uncle Khosrow have come to their house, and then they had coffee, they had some cigarettes, they were smoking cigarettes. Okay. Now after some time, another farmer also joined them, whose name was John Byro. And this John Byro was originally an Assyrian. Okay, because Assyrian is another tribe in another country. So initially he did not know Armenian language, okay, but he was lonely, so he also learned how to speak Armenian. Okay, now this farmer John Byro had come to their house, and Adam's mother offers him some coffee and some tobacco, and then he has the coffee, and then he smokes the cigarette also, and at last he was very sad. So with a sigh he says that I had a white horse that was stolen 1 month ago, and still it has not come back. So I do not understand what's wrong with my horse. He was very sad about it. Okay, so from here you can understand that the horse that Murad had stolen was whose horse? This John Byro's horse. My uncle Khosrow became very irritated and shouted, "It's no harm. What is the loss of a horse? Haven't we all lost the homeland? What is the crying over a horse?" Now all of you know that Uncle Khosrow was a crazy person. He did not want to listen other people. So he says that, well, what is so big deal in it? If you have lost your horse, no big deal, okay? We all have lost something or the other. We even have lost our homeland also. So what about a loss of a horse, he says, okay? And then what is this crying over a horse? Okay, so he again becomes very irritated, and he says that if you have lost your horse, every other person has lost something or the other, so you don't need to like cry over it, okay? That may be all right for you, our city dwellers, to say, John Byro said, but what of my Surrey? What good is a Surrey without a horse? Okay, now you are saying this because you live in this city, and maybe you people don't need a horse, so that is why it may not bother you that much. But I live in a country, okay, I live in a village, and here we use this horse for Surrey. Surrey is what, when we put two wheels and we make a kind of carriage, and then it is used for kind of transportation of people as well as goods. Okay, so you all must have seen also in earlier times we used to use this a lot. Okay, so he says that may be of no use here in this city, but my cart, okay, my Surrey, that cart wheel is of no use without the horse. So what will I do without it? So obviously it's obvious that I have to be sad about it. Pay no attention to it, to my uncle Khosrow roared. I walked 10 miles to get here, John Byro said. You have legs, my uncle Khosrow shouted. Now what happened is, when John Byro said all of these things, that cart is important, so it may not bother you people, but I am worried about my horse and all of that. Now again Khosrow says, pay no attention to it, okay? Don't worry about it. I am not even interested in listening to you. And then Byro says that, what are you talking about? Just in search of my horse. I have walked so many miles, so many kilometers I have walked in search of my horse. And then again this Khosrow says that, don't you have legs? You have legs, and that is for walking only, so no use, like, why are you like telling this all over again? Stop it, okay? This Khosrow says. Then, my left leg pains me, the farmer said. Pay no attention to it, my uncle Khosrow roared. That horse cost me $60, the farmer said. I spilt out money, my uncle Khosrow said. He got up and stalked out of the house, slamming the screen door. My mother explained, he has a gentle heart, she said. It is simply that he is homesick and such a large man. Now, a kind of argument started between Uncle Khosrow and John Byro, okay? When Khosrow says that you have legs to walk, then Byro said that my legs also pain because of walking, okay? And again Khosrow says, I have no interest in pain, no attention to it. And then again Byro says that horse, my horse cost me $60, so obviously it's natural that I have to worry about it, okay? And then Khosrow says that I spit on money. I do not care how much money does your horse cost, okay? And then he again got angry, he got irritated, and he walked out of the house, and he slammed the door, okay? Then after that, Aaron's mother comes and explains to John Byro that why he is behaving in such a way. She explains to John Byro that he is homesick, he is alone, so maybe that is why he gets irritated very easily. The farmer went away and I ran over to my cousin Murad's house. He was sitting under a peach tree trying to repair the hard wing of a youth robin which could not fly. He was talking to the bird. "What is it?" he said. The farmer, "John Biro, I said. He visited our house. He wants his horse. You have had it a month. I want you to promise not to take it back until I learn to ride." It will take you a year to learn to ride, my cousin Murad said. "We could keep the horse a year," I said. My cousin Murad leaped to his feet. "What? Are you inviting a member of the Garoglanen family to steal? The horse must go back to its true owner." Okay, now when he got to know that the horse that Murad had stolen belonged to John Biro, so he ran very fast to his cousin Murad's place. Okay, and there Murad was there, and he was sitting in the garden under a peach tree, and he was repairing. A bird called Robin got hurt because of the way the bird could not fly, so he was repairing that wing so that it could fly again. Okay, so when he saw Aram, he also got curious and he said, "Why have you come here?" And then he explains that John Biro came to our house and the horse that you have stolen belonged to him and he was searching for it. Okay, and then he says that, "I want you to promise that you are not going to give it back unless I learn how to ride the horse." And then Murad says that, "What are you talking about? Are you crazy? To learn to horse riding, it will take you a year." Then Aram says that, "Okay, fine, if it will take me a year, then don't give it to him for 1 year," he says. Okay. And then Murad says that, "What are you saying? What are you talking about? Are you crazy? Do you want me to be a thief?" Okay, you know that none from our tribe is a thief, and we are known for our we are proud and for being honest. Okay, so do you want that? He says. Then the horse must go back to its true owner. Then Murad says that the horse will go back to its true owner. Okay, and then Aram says that, "When?" "In 6 months at least," he said. He threw the bird into the air. The bird tried hard, almost fell twice, but at last flew away high and straight. Early every morning for 2 weeks, my cousin Murad and I took the horse out of the barn of the deserted vineyard where we were hiding it and rode it. And every morning the horse, when it was my turn to ride alone, leaped over grapevines and small trees and threw me and ran away. Nevertheless, I hoped in time to learn to ride the way my cousin Murad rode. One morning on the way to Fidjuvin deserted vineyard, we ran into the farmer John Biro, who was on his way to town. "Let me do the talking," my cousin Murad said. "I have a way with farmers." Okay, now what happened is, now they decided that, okay, fine, we are not going to give it to the original owner for another 6 months. Okay.